Welcome everybody into this new video of Tech Express. In today's tutorial, let's take a look at how you can use Monday for marketing. So if you wanted to figure out how to use Monday from start for beginners, if you don't know anything about Monday, if you want a full actual walkthrough how you can get started into Monday, you can let us down below in the comment section. You can let us know and see if we can create an actual full video for you, since what we're going to be doing today into Monday is to focus only into marketing and into the basic stuff and tools that can be helping us to get started here into Monday only for marketing. So with that being said, guys, let's just get started. The very first thing you wanted to do is to have an actual Monday account. So I'm going to leave you a link down below just in case you don't have any Monday account. So once you have created your account, it's going to be asking you, hey, what brings you here today? You want to input the one that says work, what best describes your current role. In my case, I am the director or the freelancer or the team leader. Hit now into continue. And now depending on what is the actual element that you wanted to, let's say, work for into the company. Let's say, for example, you are working with a team of 6 to 10 people and you're working with a company more than 20 people right there. So you enable the one that best suits for you and hit now into continue. Now lastly, we wanted to focus into the actual marketing manage first. So this is really important because it's going to be appearing a lot of tools that can be helping us to see the actual Monday a little bit more easier to understand. So focus into marketing and hit now into continue. When we are talking about marketing, I wanted to focus into marketing operations. So it's going to be helping us to find the tools, the whole marketing of our company. So lastly, how did they hear about us? It's going to hit into YouTube app and hit down to continue. So as you can see, the Monday.com project management is now going to be created based on our answers. And then what you wanted to do is to invite your teammates. Once you have successfully done this, hit into invite your team. In my case, I'm going to hit into remind me later. And now it's going to be asking us to get started with our first board. So here, let's say, for example, here import the Tech Express marketing of my company. And then I'm going to hit into next. Now, select the relevant columns for your board. Usually, I would love to add the owner, the due date, the status, the budget, the priority, and the timeline. Usually, the timeline is going to be helping me to figure out what is like the deadline I needed to, let's say, finish a project. If I'm making some marketing, I do love to work with budget because I wanted to see how much money we have spent so far. If you're just getting started and you wanted to, let's say, work with no budget, you don't want to enable budget, but maybe you want to enable files, you want to enable notes, or even you can enable when was the last updated if you're working with more than 10 people. So you want to enable the actual tools, the best suits for you. But in my case, I do love to get started with the owner, the due date, the status, and the budget. So timeline is not that important so far. Let's enable the priority. And now select one of the items you like to manage. Add a view layout. Usually you can add only one of them. So you have the Gantt view, the Kanban view, the calendar, the timeline, and the cards. And the table, of course, this one is by default. Usually everybody uses a table, but specifically speaking about myself, I do look to work with cards because it's going to be more faster to, let's say, work with them and check it out, all the elements that appears, and I have like a preview of everything and all the tools into just one place. So, but that's totally up to you if you want to check another one. So I'm going to hit down to next. And here's going to be appearing what is the list of my project. So let's say, for example, that my project number 1 is for my first YouTube, let's say YouTube video number 12, for example. Now I have an Instagram video number 2, and there we go. Usually, since you are just getting started, you might be seeing the blue cards that can be helping you to figure out where are the tools located, and into the left part, into the actual right part, we have the learn and get inspired. So you can easily learn more and get inspired by exploring our learning center. If you want to check that out, you want to hit into learn more. In this case, let's hit into the X mark, and now let's focus into how we can get started now. As you can see into the left part, we now have a workspace. So if I click into plus, it's going to be showing me a new item of my workspace. So let's say, for example, that we can add all of this tasked for a specific month, next month. So let's say that I'm working for YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. If you wanted to, maybe you can import all the marketing of the YouTube project in one workspace, and then another for Instagram and another for Facebook. In my case, I wanted to create my workspace for my company, and here I wanted to get started with my project, which in my project I'm going to speaking about. Let's say that instead of choosing this month, maybe I can change it for Instagram, and where it says next month, I change this for YouTube and add a new group. So here into my new group, let's go for Facebook, for example. And now even you can actually change the color if you want to. So usually YouTube does like a red color, and Instagram does something like this, or even more pinky, whatever. So I can just figure out which one fits for me the best. Now, so this project we have just created, instead of just moving this, let's say I can select this one and I hit into move to a specific group, which in my case, since this is Instagram, I'm just going to leave it like that. If I click into a specific project, so let's say, for example, that I work into Facebook, I hit into Facebook video, hit into open. It's going to be showing me a little bit more expanded version of what I need to do into this specific project inside the actual Facebook group. So instead of going into the updates, files, activity log, let's focus into down here where you actually have the 3 dots: manage subscribers, email preferences, export to Excel, copy item link, achieve, and delete. We can add here our own team subscribers if you wanted to. I'm going to hit into the X mark, and later on, if I wanted to add more stuff about my workplace, for example, I have just started to work in here. I'm going to hit into update, and my update is going to be appearing now in here, so everyone can hit into like or not, seen, not seen, they can reply. And let's go for good for you, for example. Let's go and hit into reply, and of course it's going to be appearing here into the upper side into my notifications how many people have worked in here. So lastly, what I wanted to show you before you can just get started with your marketing stuff of your project, you want to focus into the upper side, all up, and hit into applications. Applications of Monday can be helping you to make your free management, marketing management a little bit much more easier actually. So if I wanted to get started with, I'm going to hit into browse by category, I'm going to hit into marketing, and as you can see, we have a lot of tools that can be imported into Monday. So maybe you don't know anything about all of these elements, but maybe you are familiarized with something. For example, Figma, there's Shopify integrations, there's Nano. Of course, we wanted to focus into the one that has a free plan available. Once again, you have to just make sure that you have a free version and not a 30-day trial or like only a trial version. You wanted to focus into a free version, like it's much more faster to use. So now you do have your new elements to get started into your marketing, and quick summary of what you can do into Monday. Hopefully we can find you guys into another video. So thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And well, if you want to check it out more about Monday, we will see you in the next video.